We're good? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, January 30th. This is the meeting that was originally scheduled for Tuesday, January 27th. Due to winter storm, the meeting was initially postponed to Wednesday, but then further postponed to today. The county followed the Open Meeting Act's rule for postponing meetings by posting notices online and at the courthouse in line with the governor's disaster proclamation. So at this time, I'll call this meeting to order and ask Commissioner Smith to lead us in prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our flags.
Follow me, folks. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day. We thank you for the sunshine. We thank you for all that you do for us, that you guide us, that you lead us, and you lead us down the paths that serve your purpose in life. We ask you today to continue to guide us, give us wisdom to make choices and decisions that will serve the purpose for your kingdom and your glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you, everyone. And I'd like to thank the sheriff for aiding us with some help to get sidewalks and our ice removed, and Commissioner Monroe and Harrison for coming out and helping get it to where we could be here today, because the courthouse on the north side was treacherous for the public entry until that work was done yesterday. So I think we're all glad to be back to work and get about the county's business. We have Commissioner Money, Monroe, Smith, and Harrison present. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting today. Commissioners, you have the minutes from January 13th, 2026, regular session. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Commissioner, you got the minutes from January 14th, 2026, special session. Entertain a motion for approval.
Motion. Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This time we'll have public testimony. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. Anybody online, Daniel? Anybody here? Come on here. Come up, Brittany.
Thank you. Good morning. I'll be really quick. First, I want to say thank you to you guys, too. I know that the decision-making during this week has not been easy, and I appreciate you guys making those hard decisions for us, keeping our employees safe, for all of you guys doing what you did this week. I appreciate it very much. I wanted to, I'm Brittany Turner, speaking in my capacity as your county treasurer today. Wanted to speak a concern on consent item number 3, the consent to approve renewal of annual contract for independent outside audit services for Hunt County for the fiscal year ended September 30, 25 with Rutherford Taylor and Company. So you have an engagement letter that is there in your consent packet. I just wanted to bring up that we just this week got our audited, our draft of our audited financials for September 30, 24. So it brings a concern to me that we're again engaging with a company that, whether the circumstances with the county have changed as far as growth or the circumstances with the firm have changed to where they may or may not be able to handle our financial audit in a timely manner. Last year, whenever we did fiscal year 23, we got an engagement letter in November. They were able to come out in February, and we got our draft in June, and it was put through court, the final in July. So we got our engagement letter for 24 back in December of 24, and they did not come until May of 24. And so if we followed with that, it took about 4 months to do it and everything. We should have had our audit by September. It's now almost February, and it could cause problems with our, outside our creditors. We've already had a response from Moody's that says that they withdrew our credit rating on our outstanding bonds because of delinquent financial reporting, that we're not giving them what they need in a timely manner. I started getting those notices back in June. I got it in June of 25, June 17th, July the 15th, and August the 1st. So and August the 1st was our final notice for getting that, and then we got our credit rating withdrawn, which is now showing on the financial websites that are there, so that it was a withdrawn rating. So I understand that we're into the tax season and that the firms have already made their schedules, and it might be hard to find somebody else at this time in February, but I just would exercise caution if the court decides to continue to renew that contract, that maybe we need to set a schedule, a pretty decent schedule on when they should be here, when they should get this stuff turned in, how it affects the county. Their engagement letter, which I assume is a form letter that we got for 24, does show in one of their final pages, page 5, that the data collection form and reporting package must be submitted within the earlier of 30 days after receipt of the auditor's report, or 9 months after the end of the reporting period, which is June 30th. We typically should have our audit done, and they recognize by June 30th. So I just want to make sure that we can handle that, and we're not going to get into another situation next year. So just a concern that I had that I wanted to make sure that all of y'all were aware of. Like I said, I don't know that there's anything that we can do about it today, or doing something, but we might need to think, even though we don't have to go out for bid for professional services, something to consider in the future, that maybe we need to look into other firms if they're not able to handle our, as the county grows, our financial audits.
Have they provided you any input, or have you asked those questions of why, and did they give you
There
an
has
answer?
been poor communication. We have asked those questions. I think whenever I would get those notices from Moody's that says that, we need this, we're needing this final date, and I never got anything back. I believe that there has been some contact with Mary, that, some of the things have, the growth with the county as far as like the enterprise program, how we have to manage that, the new GASB reporting requirements that they have to have. They have had some of those, and I don't know if like I said, the staff and the firm has had turnover and stuff to where, that kind of stuff happens too. But as of yesterday, we did get a draft copy of the 24 financials, and that is a draft copy that has been received that didn't have any findings in it, but that was, January the 29th, so of 25 for audited year 24. So just a concern that I had, that I wanted to make sure that we're all aware of, and everything going forward, that we want to make sure that our financials are good, that they're done in a timely manner. We are held to deadlines. Our county auditor, the county treasurer are held to deadlines and everything, and all of our books are scrutinized whenever they're looking at our audits and everything, and we need to have our stuff there in a timely manner. So I feel like that needs to be considered as well. So.
Commissioner, I've talked to them on various occasions. I've sent them emails. Judge Benchley sent them emails. Mary, I think, sent them emails. I don't know if you talked to them or not. I know at one point in time, Robert Lake had some health issues during it. I don't know how long that lasted or anything about it, but I do know that he had some illness at some point in time. I'm good with pulling it for today. I haven't talked to him since we got it. Of course, we were out.
Yes.
With snow days, and I didn't know we finally got it. But I intended to have a conversation with them about whether or not they're going to be able to provide the service this year in a timely manner. But as Brittany said, I don't know if we'll have, everybody may be already booked up. It might be hard to get somebody
It might
else.
be late in the season.
So we may have to look at it down the road, but
Judge, do you know, or maybe even Daniel, are there any teeth in the contract associated with timeless schedules, things like that?
I looked, that engagement letter that you've got in your packet for today, like I said, I assume it's a form letter. I pulled the one from last year, and I was looking at that. It has a lot of the stuff about fees and things, but the only thing that I could find, which is what I read to you, was under engagement administration fees and other, on page 5 of the one for 24, just noted that, at the conclusion of engagement, we're going to provide you the appropriate things for data collection form. That must be the audit findings, where is it? Submit the reporting package, to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse. They will coordinate with you and to help get that form filled out. It says the form and the reporting package must be submitted within the earlier of 30 days after receipt of the auditor's report or 9 months after the end of the reporting period. That's the only thing that it speaks of time. It doesn't say anything about like we will have it done by this time, but it recognizes that it's typically supposed to be done 9 months after the reporting period in the engagement letter. And I assume, like I said, the engagement letter, I haven't seen the one that's in the packet for today, is the same. Because that's what comes out of the local government code for us and everything as far as financial reporting. So, which is 9 months after, it's June the 30th. Like I said, I started getting the first notification, hey, we haven't received your audit, on June the 17th of '25. So, and they came in on a month earlier in May. So that's where they used to, whenever I was in the auditor's office, they would come in January, middle of January to the end of January, everything, and do their 2-week audit. And then it's kind of been, and it was just this past year. And like I said, there could have been some circumstances with the firm that we're not aware of and everything that, that they could not handle this year, and maybe next year, this one that they're wanting to engage with will be different. But if they don't come again until May, then we're really kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, because then we get ourselves this time next year and we still don't have our audited financials for '25. And how is that going to affect us getting federal grants? How is that going to affect us, with all of the other creditors? Our credit cards, it's the same thing. They're asking whenever we get new credit cards, they're asking us for our most audited financial reporting and everything, and they could put a freeze on our stuff because that's a line of credit as well. So just remember that we have to provide these things to all of our outside entities, and they're constantly asking us, hey, where's your stuff? Where's your audit? Your most recent audit. So just a concern. It has nothing. Like I said, I tell my girls in the payroll department, when we look at timesheets, we're not looking at names. We're just clearly looking at the data. Has nothing against the CPAs. The CPAs are great CPAs. Have always been easy to work with. Always been good to work with. We've never had an issue there. But when you look at the data, just the data, then it just raises a concern. That was all I wanted to say.
So the way you started, because I really want to make sure I understand. So you're not asking for an action. You're raising awareness.
Yes, sir.
So is the awareness because you really think it's too late in the season to replace them?
We haven't made any phone calls. That's an assumption that I'm making, as it is almost February the 1st. I would assume that they've already made their schedules for the year. For the local firms or anything like that, even in the state of Texas, we haven't made any phone calls yet. So I can't answer to that, but that it's actually too late. But just to raise a concern that maybe we could be in this situation next year if we're like way down the line and they don't come for their field work until May again, we could be in the same situation this time next year. So that's all. That's more so awareness, a concern. And like I said, it's not my decision to do anything if the court decides to go forward. I would just say, with the engagement that for '25, that we maybe put a more strict schedule on them, because like I said, it's only going by, it says on the item, per the terms and conditions of the engagement letter. And like I said, it doesn't have clear dates that are listed in there. If we wanted to update it or add clear dates or do something and say, can you adhere to these? Are you able to do this this time period? We can do that. But it's something, like I said, that's not my place to make a decision, just to raise awareness.
I kind of liked your suggestion of maybe we take it off right now, ask those questions of them, and then make the contract reflect that.
I think Judge Bench and I probably need to have a conversation with them, make sure where they're at.
I agree.
And I know he's written several emails to them, and I don't know if he's sent him a face-to-face talk or not, but I have. And they've been our auditors for decades.
Yep.
I guess it's probably the oldest accounting firm in the county, and they've been doing it for far back as I can remember. And
certainly,
so there's something odd. It's an
they have
oddity.
circumstances
It's an
that we're not
oddity.
It is,
understand
and
this.
like I said, it
Oddity.
hasn't. The one before was fine. We got a draft copy June the 17th. I went, or whenever it was, we put it through court. Well, I had it on the back of this. July the 9th last year, we had it go through. So we had an audit, a draft copy in June. We had it presented to the court by July. Everything was fine the year before. It was just something that I don't know if certain standards have come through, that they're in the growth of the county, the type of financials that they're having to audit with us, if they're just not able to handle it with the staff that they have, or like I said, certain circumstances with the firm that I'm not aware of, but it hasn't been like that in the past. And so it's just something just to raise a concern that we might need to just look at it.
And if they're not scheduled to be there till May, right now?
Well, that's when they came last year. I don't know when they would be scheduled to be here this year, but I mean, they just finished with the one prior, so
Certainly
I don't
sounds like we
know.
have time for a conversation
Yeah, we
to
got
take
time.
place.
Yes, absolutely. Mhm. Just wanted to raise a concern. Thank you for letting me
Thank
talk.
Anybody else?
In the engagement letter that we got, it says, the report is due 9 months after the end of the reporting period, unless longer period is agreed in advance by the oversight agency for audits. So there is something in there that says when it's
Should be
due.
here in June with 9 months, because the end of their budget year is September 30th, and October 1st starts the new year, so that's 3 months, and then 6 months will be the end of June, is when it should be in, according to that letter. And we're way past that.
Yeah, so there is a little bit of teeth in the contract,
Yeah.
is what I was trying to
Yeah.
bring up.
Yeah, but like I say, my concern is, like Brittany said, can we find somebody else? If
I think it's too late this year, but
it may be very well too late, we may have to just, maybe try to keep our foot on them a little better and push them a little harder or something, but that's hard to do, and I don't know, the public, we lost our other big accounting firm and audit firm 2 years ago, I guess, Scott Singleton Fincher. They had moved out. Of course, some of the original firms been gone for a long time, but the new owner had been keeping up with doing a lot of it, and then he moved to the West Coast for family matters, and he then sold it to somebody else, and they've taken it offshore, and they've lost a lot of business here over that. I just happen to have firsthand knowledge of that, but so we got more than one firm, but that's the two biggest firms. It's Rutherford Taylor, and then Scott Singleton Fincher was the other large, at least audit firm. But there are others around. All right. No old business, new business, the consent calendar. Entertain a motion to approve with pulling number 3.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. So do we need to vote it down or just pulling it sufficient, or we need to take? Okay. All right, action items, approval accounts payable.
Make a motion to approve payables.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of line item transfers.
Motion to approve line item transfers.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of budget amendments.
Motion to approve budget amendments.
Second.
A motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of payroll and personnel.
motion to approve payroll and personnel.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 1, the treasurer's monthly report for November 2025.
I'm back. Okay, so in your packet, you have the monthly report for month end November 30th, 2025. We had a month-end balance of $48,741,990.68, and that is in cash in the bank and invested funds. The bank reconciliations were done and approved, and the auditors and treasurer's books agree. Are there any questions?
I just got a statement real quick. Brittany and her husband come up here Wednesday, I think it was, to make sure that all the employees got paid and all of that stuff. So kudos to you guys for
Yes.
coming up here and making sure everybody got taken care of.
I mean,
Thank you.
there would be torches
Yeah, there
today
would.
if it's coming
There
back
would
and
be.
nobody had that money in their pocket.
yeah.
So,
This room would be full. wouldn't
yes,
it?
I was like, hey, that's why I thanked you guys. There's a lot of unseen things that go and everything to keep the county going even as we're closed and everything. So yes, we definitely have to keep it moving. So yes, thank you
Thank
for
you.
that, Steve.
All right. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Brittany. Action item number 2, we're going to pull it because of the weather. She can't get here today. And
She'll be here on the 10th.
on the 10th?
Yes.
Okay, we'll put it back on the agenda for the 10th. All right, action item number 3, a 2025 activity summary report from the Hunt County Constable Precinct 1. Rick G., you want to come up and He was back there hiding in his,
I was out at the tax office. Good morning. Basically, what I just wanted to present was, like I said, the December 2025 activity summary, but it's also going to have some year-to-date data on it. The top portion, I guess y'all should have a copy of it, is the tax sales. Last year, we did, with Linebarger and Purdue, we were able to collect $658,476 in through tax sales. As you can see, 16 of the properties were either paid or pulled prior to the tax sales. We ended up selling 23 properties, and we struck off 3 properties. Struck off basically means there was no bid on that property. So there was 42 properties that we ended up dealing with last year.
was that calendar year or?
That's the year-to-date, yes, sir.
Or is that October 1st to
No, this is calendar year.
calendar year? Okay.
Yes, sir. This portion is January last year to December of last year
Okay.
for the tax sales. Now, the bottom portion is your activity summary is actually just for December, except for the last line. We received 63 papers from the JP courts, 4 from county courts, 50 from district courts, and 11 from the out-of-county, for a total of 128 papers that we received. We did 302 attempts to get these papers served. 10 of them were returned back to the courts for various reasons. The other 12 were still pending at the end of the month. We also did a 11 agency assist, which basically means we backed up the SO or another agency for a call or something of that nature. We did 17.5 bailiff hours, and out of that, we had 22 courts cases that we bailiffed for, mainly for the JP courts. The year-to-date on the very bottom is for the papers that we received. The amount was 2,343 papers that came through my office last year to get processed. So in the future, I'm probably going to be submitting my activity summary just to keep you all up to breast of what's going on in my precinct. Anybody have any questions?
All good, thank you.
Thank you, Richie.
Thank you.
Hey, Daniel, we don't need any action on this, do we? Okay. Action item number 4, to discuss and possibly take action on the Justice Assistant Grant, JAG, resolution. Sheriff, y'all, any comments? Buddy?
Buddy Oxford, Chief Deputy, also known as 10 cents. Anyway, this JAG grant we're asking for is your consideration to authorize us to file for use of the funds, make application to get a little over $100,000 to purchase night vision devices for our SWAT unit. And we just ask that y'all would consider approving that.
But does the grant cover 100% of the cost?
Yes. Yes.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, buddy. Action item number 5, a resolution supporting legislation to improve county road infrastructure and safety. Commissioners, I think you've all seen this. Travis Ransom, the county judge in Cass County, who's part of our East Texas County, loosely knit East Texas County Judges group. He served in the legislature as aide to one of the legislators for like 10 or 15 years. He's been digging into a lot of legislation that we need to get changed to benefit the counties, and he's done a really good job on getting some things through. He's the one that got the move on getting the fuel tax, sales tax on fuel reimbursed to the counties, which A lot of other entities got that waived, but not counties, so we got the legislature, so we get that now. We've already put one through the legislation for the hotel motel tax to be waived for all county employees when they're traveling for county business in the state of Texas. All the other state agencies and all get that, and we don't for whatever reason. So that's already been approved. This one, this was, I guess, was pretty shocking to me. It says what the whole resolution is asking for is it says, whereas the state motor fuels tax established in 1923 and last adjusted to 20 cents per gallon in 1991 currently generates approximately $3.85 billion annually, of which 1/4 is dedicated to available school fund and remaining 3/4 to the state highway fund, with only a small portion, $7.3 million allocated to county roads, also known as the lateral road fund. That's what y'all get. I think y'all get $16,000 a year about out of $3.8 billion that they collect. And it goes on to say, whereas proposed legislation would allocate 1 penny, 1/20th of 5% of the state motor fuels tax to the county and road district highway fund to be dispersed using the existing statutory formula. Whereas the state of Texas has also established additional registration fees for electric vehicles, $400 in initial registration and $200 annually thereafter to offset the reduced motor fuels tax associated with the non-fuel consuming vehicles. And whereas the fees are currently directed entirely to the state highway fund, counties receive no portion of this new revenue source despite being equally responsible for maintaining and improving the local roadways on which these vehicles travel. Whereas the companion legislation proposed would dedicate 5%, 1/20th of electric vehicle registration fee revenue to the county and road district highway fund, ensuring that counties share equitably in the revenue derived from all classes of vehicles using county roads. And whereas increasing allocations from both the motor fuels and electric registration fee would provide substantial pay-as-you-go funding mechanism for county transportation infrastructure without increasing tax rates or imposing new burdens on taxpayers, ensuring a fair and more efficient partnership between the state and county governments in maintaining Texas transportation. Now, be resolved that Hunt County Commissioners Court does hereby find that it is the best interest of the Texas counties and their taxpayers to support the favor of the passage of the legislature. Reallocates 1 penny, 5% of the state motor fuel tax to the county road district fund and allocates 5% of electric vehicle registration fee revenue to the county and road district. For distribution in the Texas counties in accordance with the existing statutory formula as follows: 1/5 allocated according to area determined by the ratio of the area in the county to the area of the state. 2/5 allocated according to rural population determined by the ratio of the rural population of the county to the rural population of the state. 2/5 allocated according to the lateral road miles determined by the ratio of the miles to lateral roads in the county to the mileage of lateral roads in the state. As of January 1st of the year of the allocation is shown by the records of the State Highway Department. This is pretty significant that the taxation law has not changed since 1954. And he states in here that we have more roads to maintain than any state agency has to maintain. So more roads are county roads than they are state roads, and we get no help from the state, but they tell us we're overtaxing our citizens when they don't help us with state funds that are open to the public for state travel and everything else. So I think this is a great thing that we need to be behind. I know a lot of counties have already passed a resolution to send to the state, and hopefully that this will get pushed through and we'll get some help on all the commissioners' budgets to where we can get more roads and get better roads for our citizens. That's the only way we're going to cure some of the problems in our high growth areas, particularly.
So
I'd entertain a motion.
Is the intent for every county to do this?
Yes. I mean, lots of counties have already done theirs and already filed them. They already approved them. This started, I don't know, when it first sent it out. It's been about a month, 6 weeks ago. And every day on my email, I see another county that submitted it back to him and with their resolution approved, so.
Like I say, will it go independently to the state legislature or will it go through TAC?
It's not going through TAC. I think it's coming through the counties. I think we'll probably sit, Jess, remember, did we send it back to Travis, didn't we? The county judge in Cass County. We sent it to him and I think he's packing it up to take.
Okay.
We are looking at it on the state association side as well for our recommendation for legislators. So we've picked it up as well to try to push it
Okay,
through the county judge and commissioners association.
association, good.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think it's, our governor says that we're overtaxing everybody and all, and this would be a big step if he would push this through and get us some help. It would sure help. Right now, our tax rates, round numbers, is 32 cents per $100 valuation. The road and bridge fund is about 10 cents of that, a little over 10 cents. So, I mean, if we got enough help from that, we could drastically affect the taxpayers' tax rates. All right. Did we get a motion on this? I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to put, Jess, let's get Brandon or something, put this up on the website, this resolution, and his explanation. I think the public would be interested in reading what that is.
We want it on our main website.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it'll be in the minutes, but let's put it out separately. Action item number 6, number 6, the request for permission to install one new pole and transformer within the right-of-way of County Road 1014 under normal stipulations in Precinct 1.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 7, correcting agenda item 819, 849, number 12 from Commissioners Court on December 23rd, 25, to reflect the correct approximate upgrade footage of 3,500 feet. The correction should show approximately 3,363 feet to be upgraded in Precinct 2. Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 8, the request for permission to install fiber optic services within the county right-of-way along County Road 2432 outside the town of Portree in Precinct 2. Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 9, the request for permission to install fiber optic services within the county right-of-way along County Road 2434 outside the town of Portree in Precinct 2. Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 10, the upgrade of approximately 2,302 feet of County Road 3230 from dirt to rock in Precinct 3. Money is in escrow. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 11, the request for permission to install electrical distribution facilities in county right-of-way on County Road 4109 in Precinct 4 under normal stipulations.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 12, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities that will cross County Road 4206 in Precinct 4 under normal stipulations.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 13, the request for permission to install electrical distribution facilities in the county right-of-way on County Road 4410 in Precinct 4 under normal stipulations. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 14, a 2-year maintenance bond for Deer Crossing Phase 2, Larry Shreen's project in Precinct 2. Brian's not here. Brian called, said he'd been sick all week with the flu. David, do you have any problems with this?
No, sir. I think we need to go ahead and move with it. As far as I know, he's got these, the bonds in place.
Okay. So entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 15, a 2-year maintenance bond for Tupancari Ranch Phase 2, Larry Shreen Precinct 2. I assume that's the same.
It's the same, yes, sir.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 16, a 2-year maintenance bond for Tupancari Ranch Phase 3, Larry Shreen in Precinct 2. Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item,
I apologize. Brian said that he was available for a call if you needed him.
okay, all right. Thank you. Action item number 17, the replat of lots 1 and 2 of High Five Estates in Precinct 1.
I've talked to Brian on that. He said it meets all the requirements,
Okay,
and it's a pretty simple layout.
entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 18, the final plat of Peterson Addition in Precinct 1.
It also meets all the county requirements, and Brian has signed off on it.
All right, entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 19, acknowledge completion of public improvements for Sunset Landing Phase 2 in Precinct 2. David,
On
you,
that one, Brian Toole and I have walked that with the developer. Everything is in the correct order. So I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second.
got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action number 20, the final plat of Sunset Landing Phase 2 in Precinct 2, Countryside Development owner.
Again, that's the same, it's the same development. I talked with Brian this morning. Everything is in place and all the paperwork is correct. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 21, an acreage variance in Precinct 3 on, let's see.
Yeah, it's Goss Street off 3713.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him about it this morning, and they, apparently they bought it and as a 2-acre tract that, part of it went, I guess, to the county road, or part of the county road.
Yep.
Then they went to divide it, and they've already put 2 mobile homes on it and came to get their septic permits, and they didn't have the required 1 acre.
Yeah, when they, the original plot was just over 2 acres, sold to a friend. They split the property even, which, had them just over the 1 acre. The problem is when they took the right-of-way footage out of that, it took them to 0.96 of an acre, as opposed to meeting the requirements for septic and for the platting at 1 acre. So the variance is for 0.04 of an acre. I have no issue with that. It's in an area that's fully developed. Homes have been there. It's not setting a precedence or anything for that area.
What, are they having to do any upgrade on any of the county roads around it?
No, sir.
So one of them's a private road on the east side. They're having to use that as access.
I believe that's correct. I'd have to get Brian to verify that one if we thought it was a need.
Well, I think, I don't have a lot of heartburn about the acreage. I mean, I understand the problem, but I do have a problem with access of Lot 2. I mean, just showing it's a private road doesn't mean they have access. They need to show an access easement or how that got created, or proving something without access.
Is it okay to ask Brian a question with him not
Yeah.
in the room?
Yeah, she's calling.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Brian,
Put him.
Hang on.
hold on, hold on. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that is an established private road. It was done back in the 60s when that area was developed. So that road is already established in there and used by multiple properties down the road.
But there's no easement of record?
I'm not sure off the top of my head if there's an easement there that protects it or not.
Well, I think we need to get some, I don't mind
Verify.
approving it contingent on getting clarity of that, to make sure we're okay. I don't want us to approve something that doesn't have legal access.
Okay, very good. I can dig into that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
So do we need to approve it or just table it?
Could you do a conditional on verification of an easement?
That's what I was gonna ask. Just let's do, approve it contingent upon proving up that they do have legal access to Lot 2. Lot 1, they've got access. It's a county road.
Okay.
Lot 2, it just shows this private drive or private road, but no designation of what legal authorities own it. I mean, if this 2-acre tract had access from the county road, that doesn't grant them the right to have access to that private road unless we know what that is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right?
So on item 21, I moved for conditional approval pending verification of access from the private road for Lot 2.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now, I've made,
Thank you, guys.
So the same motion would exist for number 22 then, I believe.
okay, let me get to it. I got my paperwork all messed up here. Let me get back to it. Too many papers. Let me see, 22, I can't get to there. All right. Number 22, the final plat of Ortez Acres in Precinct 3. Entertain a motion conditioned upon verifying access to, public access to Lot 2.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you. Is there anything else before the court today? Daniel, we need to go.
Yes, under 071, 074, and 087 for the items on the agenda.
Okay,
I've got one under 551.071 as well.
okay. Entertain a motion going and we just moved to executive session under those item numbers. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone. We back up? No, I got us.
Oh, crap. Did you already go back?
Yeah. You need to go back out? Back up? All right. Okay, it's 12:44, we're back in regular session. Is there anything else before the court today? Being none, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 12:44. Thank you.